Right guys, usually Monday morning is not the best time for me waking up in the morning, but 8 o'clock this morning I had a message of Tom Upton and he said get the car over to me ASAP with the engine. So the Kitcar is out, guys. We fired it up first thing, absolutely oozing out fuel. You can see down here, look, on the floor, absolutely peeing out because we haven't fired it up for a couple of months. It was hosing out the carburetors, so I got my magic tool, a little hammer, give the old float bowls a little tap, and it seems to have cured itself. So we've ran it up, all runs up lovely. It's a shame to take it out really, because it's run so nice, this bloody thing. I mean, listen to that, sweet as a bloody nut. So we've been over Stuart. Stuart's been storing the Blackbird engine for us. Isaac and John have took the van over today and got it in the back of the van. And we are going to be taking that right over now. So I'm going to let Isaac take the Kitcar. It's pretty warm today, actually. It's about 15 degrees, so he's not going to get too frosty. I'm going to follow him in the van and we're going to drop this over to Tom. Very exciting stuff, guys. I'm in the van, Blackbird motors in the back. I am very excited. I didn't expect Tom to send me that message today. I thought that he would hopefully get it done before Christmas, but he said to me, get it in today. Get it in first thing today. I'm going to spend all day and tomorrow on it. Just bring the car and the motor. So yeah, excellent. I've had a look at it and I don't think there's too much wiring to piss about with really. So obviously it's got all the ECU and everything connected. So the only thing really we've got to connect that goes on that motor is the oil pressure gauge, oil temperature gauge, and obviously the lives and all that. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a job, you know. We're going to be taking it to our friends at Motor Tech who did the wiring loom and what have you, and anything that they need to connect into there, they can do that. Obviously we've got to get the dash connected up, the rev counter and what have you to the ECU. So yeah, all very exciting. Here's Isaac, look, he's pushing the car out. There he is. I don't know whether he didn't want to drive it this morning actually, but it's not too cold. Yeah, look, he's stuck in the middle of the bloody road. I'll tell you what, I do love that little Kitcar. I'm so excited. I don't know whether you can tell, but I'm so excited to just get a little bit more grunt out of it. It'd be nice just to sort of hopefully keep up with a little bit more of the fancy stuff that's on the track these days, but it is a shame to take the old blade motor out. It's done us proud, but if anyone is interested in the old 919 blade motor, guys, going to be going fairly cheap, fairly sought after engine now. Had a bit of a pasting in the car, but everything's fine with it. Nothing's knackered on that motor, all runs smooth. So let us know. Right guys, unfortunately Tom had a couple of customers camping at the door, so we couldn't get to chat to him, but yeah, we dropped the engine down there now, and hopefully in the next couple of days he gets to it. So what I shall do, hopefully in the next video, I shall get down there, have a little look, see how he's managed to get on. Just quickly guys, before I get back to the workshop, a little update on the Lambo. The Lambo goes on Friday. As I said in the last video, I messaged Ricky from RE Performance just to see whether he could do something with maybe the map when the exhaust is on. And what I would quite like is whether we could put in Corsa mode or something, maybe a bit of crackling going on the old downshifts and off the throttle. We all sort of hate those lads that drive around in M3s that do that, but I think with the Lambo, the noisy exhaust, guys, if we didn't have it all the time and just had it in one sort of mode, it would be great. But yeah, Ricky got in touch with me and said, yeah, we could certainly do that on the rollers. We could sort of retard the ignition so it changes gear quicker, and gives it a bit of a burble. So that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Ricky. I'll have some of that. Right, guys, it is now, what are we? Tuesday morning. I've lost all track of days. Just been down to Tom Upton's. Unfortunately, he's got a couple of customers there, so we weren't able to do any videoing in there. But what I've done is picked up the old engine. So this is the old blade motor, and the new one is about to go in the car. Now, the first bit of good news is the flange that goes on where the old sprocket goes on this bit here is exactly the same on the Blackbird as it is on this Fireblade. So we can utilise the flange that goes onto the prop shaft. That is great news, but there is a little bit of bad news, guys, and it's an issue which I'm trying to get over at the moment. I've just been onto Kitcar Direct and sent them some photos via email and a sort of list of things that look like potential issues. One of them looks like a big issue at the minute, but I'm assuming you can do something about it because people put these engines in kit cars. So basically on this one, on the old Blade, the opposite side of the engine, you've got cable operated clutch, okay? So just your traditional cable operated clutch, which goes down to your clutch pedal. The pedal in the car is a top mounted type. No, it's a bottom mounted one, sorry, which you press and the bottom lever pulls the cable. But the Blackbird engine is hydraulic clutch, and the cylinder that pushes, you've got a push rod that goes through the engine, so it's a push type, and it's about here. So you've basically got a cover that bolts on over here on the Blackbird, and it's got the I suppose it's the slave cylinder that pushes the rod that goes through the engine and actuates the clutch. The only problem is the cylinder is about here. You could cut away the cover that covers the flange that drives the prop shaft, but the cylinder and the banjo is about here, and it encroaches where the prop shaft's going to have to go on. So what we need to do is find something. There's got to be some different cylinder that bolts onto here, that gives you the clearance for the prop shaft and actuates the clutch as it should do. So that is a potential issue at the moment. The only good thing, what we needed to find out, was that the flange that goes on here is in the position that Tom's put it in on the Blackbird engine, so we know where the engine's got to go to meet the prop shaft. So he can go ahead now in the next day or two and get the engine in. This engine was only mounted down the bottom here. It wasn't utilising this top mount, and the problem is I think the pin has worn quite badly on it. So it's a bit, fortunately it's a bit meatier pin that goes through the Blackbird engine, but Tom's going to make some brackets going from the top of the chassis that and utilise this top mount as well when he finds out the position we need. So that is one issue. A second issue is obviously because it's hydraulic clutch, we may have to change the entire pedal box. It's 3 individual pedals at the minute. The accelerator, brake and clutch is all different, so we may have to put a proper pedal box in the car to obviously utilise that. So far, guys, that is the issue. Tom was having a good look at this. He said there was quite a lot of vacuum leaks on this. Apparently there was pipe split and all this, so I'm hoping that this thing was quite down on power. If it was, it means that when we get the Blackbird motor in, it's going to feel quite a lot quicker. So that's the good news. So basically, guys, in a couple of days, when I do another video on this channel, I will be updating you on to whether we've overcome this clutch issue, because that could be a major problem. But yeah, until another video, guys, have a good day.